It's okay. I lived above my parents, so I always heard everything.
Sleep on the foot of our bed.
I would. Yeah. Like a dog.
Zach was our... welcome back to the podcast, everyone.
Are you recording?
Why do you do this? Why do you just start recording?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I didn't know.
I almost gave them some valid information.
Anyways, but yeah, the valid information?
Yeah, thank you for noticing. I meant to say valuable information, but it came out valid.
Zach used to be our child before we had a child.
He was our first child.
He was our first child. So, like, when we were, like, newly married, Zach wasn't at the time and didn't have a kid yet.
Nope. Not at all.
Zach, center yourself.
But it's a podcast, so that doesn't matter.
Well, it's a visual podcast.
Oh, so video. Okay, cool. I'm glad you made this up.
Huh?
If you, like, uploaded just the words.
Upload just the words? That's a book, dude.
Well, you're over here thinking you made a vlog by saying, "Oh, it's a video podcast."
Yeah, I was thinking like a
video,
podcast.
My dude.
It's a podcast.
Podcast.
Anyways, but yeah, Zach would always hang out with us. He would come over and we would drink all night, and then he would sleep at the foot of our bed.
And I would
while we make passionate love in the background.
No, and then I would feed him in the morning.
Eat some food. We'll watch some TV. It was fun.
Well, let's talk about something everybody can relate to. So you've heard your parents have sex as a kid, right?
Yeah. I lived above them. My room was above them.
Could you ever actually hear them?
One time, which I'm surprised. One time I heard a noise, and by the way, I was.
Yeah, it's a weird configuration.
Also, there were stairs down to your parents' room.
Yeah, the room was weird. It used to be an office that they converted into a room. I was 17 at the time, or 18. I don't remember. But yeah, I wasn't like 10, so it wasn't too traumatic. But I heard a noise, and it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I was like, "What was that?" I'm gonna stop asking questions because I knew immediately that it was a noise that I didn't want to.
You didn't want to investigate.
Yeah. Nope.
Was it your mom?
Pretty sure. I didn't ask any follow-up questions. I didn't say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna make a noise. You tell me who did this."
Your parents had sex.
So at least now I know it was at least 5 times.
At least 5. Yeah, because
I have 3 brothers.
3 brothers, and then that.
So
time.
+1.
+1. Not 3 brothers and +1. Listeners and viewers and readers. It was just. There's 4 brothers. There's 4 of us. No, there's 3 brothers. There's 4 kids. But they had sex 5 times.
Let us know in the comments how many times your parents have had sex down below.
And how many times you were a witness to it.
Also, we still need to come up with a name for this podcast, and let's usually call it a podcast.
Well, I don't feel like it's a podcast.
It is a podcast. Anytime you're just talking about rambly rambles.
What is this again?
We're going to call it the Ramblin' Podcast.
No, what is it? Okay, podcast.
Podcast. It's a podcast.
I'm going to say, you say I'm your son. I always didn't feel like a third wheel with you. I felt like it was like a big wheel. So I think it should be called the Big Wheel Podcast.
The Big Wheel Podcast?
The third
wheel
things,
podcast.
I know you don't like it. When you repeat it again, I know you don't like it. So you just the Third Wheel Podcast. Just say it. No, that's stupid, Zach. No, repeat the same thing.
The Third Wheel Podcast might be good. The Big Wheel is dumb.
Okay, I like the Third Wheel. Steph's the third wheel.
Yeah, it's always been me for sure. I agree.
I've slept in the same bed with both of them. So.
Let's talk about our friendship. It all started, so me and Corbin were friends. We knew each other since 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
3rd grade.
Yeah.
And then I knew Steph in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5th, 6th. Your mom was my teacher.
Yep.
Geography and Latin.
I don't know. I wasn't in the class.
It was private school, so they always made up like, "Oh, we're going to teach you Latin, or we're going to teach you French." And
yeah, that's weird that my mom was teaching. My mom was teaching Latin
and geography.
Anything except secular music.
Geography makes sense.
Because I remember
Latin,
her, and Latin.
So much.
Right.
But all I remember from the class is talking about Nickelback with a another classmate. You look great.
Thanks.
You can ask me those questions too.
I decided to twist my beard hairs.
Your mustache or your beard hairs?
Yeah, my mustache.
Okay. That looks great.
Hey,
you look like a pirate.
call me when you can grow a beard, Zach.
Okay. I've been shaving since 11, so.
That's true. That'd be a funny story.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Corlew.
Same private school.
Same private school. But Zach had been growing facial hair since middle school, which is way before
elementary
school. Yeah.
It was elementary.
Believe it or not, even though he looks like a whitey white, he does have a Hispanic in him.
At the moment, currently.
You have a Hispanic inside of you.
A Hispanic inside me at the
inside you at the moment.
Excuse me. I'm half Hispanic.
If you hear any noises, it's not.
It's the Hispanic. I'm half Hispanic. Yes, my mom is Hispanic.
Yes. Go on.
And her parents were Hispanic.
No, about the beard, Zach.
And their parents were Hispanic. My grandpa is from Mexico. My grandpa's from Spain. I was in 6th grade, and a principal came up to me and said, "Hey, we didn't know 6th graders would have mustaches, so can you ask your dad to teach you how to shave?"
It's true.
I said, "Okay." So I tried to shave by myself, and I just shaved like this, and I sliced. And so then for a while, I was like, "Well, I can't shave the other one." So I just one side was like shave, and then the other side wasn't.
You had a Grinch moment.
Yeah. I did the same thing with my eyebrows. I think it was around the same time, maybe 5th or 6th grade. I had a unibrow, still kind of do, and it was picture day, and so I got a razor and tried to shave it, and was like, "Oh, that's uneven." So shave it. Oh, that's uneven, and it got up to like, I had like no eyebrows.
You did the same exact thing for your engagement pictures.
The day before my engagement photos, I was like, "Oh, my sideburns are long. Let me shave it. Oh, that's uneven. Let me shave it." And I completely shaved them all. They're gone.
Yeah.
So every time I look at the sweet pictures, I'm like, "Oh, look at it." All I can see is no sideburns. I look like I got a bowl cut.
Yeah, you've had a unibrow for a long, long time.
Yeah, because my mom's Hispanic, and then her parents are Hispanic. So but it's like hairy just here, and then it's bald on my chest and stuff.
Oh, you don't have pubes? That's weird.
On my chest, no.
No chest pubes.
I don't have any chest pubes. A little bit of armpit pubes, but that's about it.
So what's up with the 90s jock backwards hat look you got going on there?
It's Wednesday night. You know, everyone's asleep. This is I'm growing out by myself.
Are you drinking a beer?
Asleep?
No, I was drinking whiskey. Beer's a little too fattening. I'm trying to stay away from that stuff.
Everybody's asleep?
Everyone's asleep.
Oh my goodness.
Will they remain asleep?
No. Clark will. Emmett will be up in a little bit.
Clark's been sleeping through the night.
Yeah, he wakes
time,
up.
Right?
Yeah, but he'll wake up. Like lately, he's been waking up in the middle of the night, and then he'll just come magically in our bed. I'll wake up, and he's cuddling me. His arm is dead because he's been on it for I don't know how many hours.
Yeah, you're a pretty hard sleeper.
Yeah, shut up, bro. That's what this hat is. Just shut up, bro.
Anyways, I
was a bully in school. When me and Courtney were in high school, he was the nerd and I was the bully.
You weren't either of those things.
I was in football. I was a jock.
No, you were the sweetest boy in the world, is what you were.
Could you center yourself?
Like my heart?
The other way.
My soul?
The other way. Right there. Stay there.
Okay. This is very uncomfortable. How's this?
It's fine.
I said I'm not in a comfy bed.
Maybe put your camera so you're looking at us.
How do I do that? What are you talking about?
Look at the camera, Zach.
I'm looking at myself is what I'm doing.
Well, you can drag yourself to the center so it looks like you're looking at the... No, not with your fingers, Zach.
I just made it bigger.
Take your cursor and drag it to the center under the camera.
This is all on my phone.
Oh, it's on your phone. Never mind.
So,
how
about So this podcast is just going to be teaching me how to work.
Podcast.
Technical, yeah, a podcast. Just anything technology. I'm terrible with technology.
I don't think it's a podcast.
It's a podcast. It's definitely not a book, babe.
Are people going to be just listening to it, or are they going to be watching us?
Oh, you guys tell us after you told us how many times your parents have had sex. Let us know what you're listening to.
But it's a
But
video.
Don't do the
It's
same
video
comment.
words. If you're not like, okay.
What are video words? Explain.
We're talking, but it's a video. It's not a podcast.
The Try Guys have podcasts and it's video. So.
But don't they upload?
They do both.
Well, I don't.
So this is just going to be video.
This is going to be here. It's
unless
not gonna be
people
like
are requesting it, and they're not. So, yeah.
So, but we're still going to call it a podcast.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
So this is a video. This is a radio
station.
Don't open
it.
Should
be. Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez! Don't you ever talk to her that way? You hear me? She is my mother.
What?
Shit, I'm being too loud.
Should be,
don't wake up your kids.
Return of That's Right.
Yeah, no, that was a dark time in our lives, and
a dark time?
What?
Just reminds me of we were in college, we were doing school.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was a dark time.
We did
anything with school was dark.
Yeah, Vine was around. That's how long ago it was.
Was it? Was it that long?
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
And That's Right was just taken from Psych, right? That's why we named it that.
Yeah, it was the That's Right podcast.
That's Right podcast. You can just call it that again.
Guest stars and stuff.
We can do Spoons of Fury. Just bring back everything.
No, do not ever mention them. Those very offensive songs that we sang.
Yeah, I know. I can never be a politician because of that one song I wrote. Because it'll come back to haunt me.
You need to delete it off the internet. But you've seen, 16 Indian films now?
I think it's about 20. 17. I think it's 17. I think it's one more 17.
17. No, you've seen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, calm down. Are we competing? Is that what we're doing, Stephanie?
Well, you've definitely lost if you're competing with her.
If he was asking if I've seen 16, I'd say way more than 16.
I've seen, I think 17. The last one was 17.
So I thought somebody brought up in a comment that we should ask you who you think would be a good superhero if it was made in an Indian film.
How would you repeat that question?
Yeah.
Let's say they were making remakes of the famous superhero films, Superman, Batman, all those kind of stuff, the Avengers, but in India.
Oh, that's Superman, definitely.
Yeah. Do you have anybody that would come to mind for any certain thing that you've seen so far?
Oh, like an actor?
Like actors to play these characters.
Play these? Oh, yeah, I do that. I constantly think that.
Okay.
When I watch these. So let me answer.
You've seen those that you've seen so far. Well, who would play Superman?
Now, he might be a little too short, but the guy who played the Hamlet character, what's his name?
Shahid Kapoor?
Yeah, I think he'd be great, but I think he's a little too short. With height, though,
short.
Yeah, short is my like not too tall. Is what I'm. Yeah, you know.
Yes,
what I mean?
I don't know what that means.
Size,
I couldn't be Superman, is what you're saying.
No, I couldn't be Superman. Like 6 foot, I think is like the average. Like you should be to be maybe 5'11".
I'm 5'11".
I could never be Superman.
You couldn't. Also, because man's in the title, but it's 2022. Women can play Superman
now. There's actually one that I think it would be really good.
The guy that played, hold on.
For Superman, yeah.
The guy that played, actually, the guy who I think would be good, he was in a Nawaz movie. It was like a crime thriller.
The Robin Raghav?
Yeah, not...
Vicky Kaushal?
Was he the detective?
Yes.
Nawaz was the detective? Yeah, that one.
No, Nawaz was the crazy one.
So I'm not talking about that movie.
Oh, you're talking about the Kahani.
Rot or whatever.
Oh, the one with...
Ran. It was basically like...
Raman Raghav 2.0?
No.
No, the one where he's the detective.
He's the detective, and he's investigating a murder in a family.
Murder most foul. Oh, Rat. Yeah. With Radhika Apte. I know which one you're talking about. Who are you talking about?
There was a big, tall, handsome dude.
In that film?
No, in another film, but I just wanted to bring up that film just to make you more confused.
Oh, okay, good. That's weird, though.
He was a tall guy. He was actually a suspect. Huh. That movie confused me a bit. I had to follow up.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I think Rithik Roshan. You haven't seen him though.
I mean, Google.
You think Rithik for Superman?
I do. I think Rithik Roshan for Superman would be good.
Okay.
So both of you do this thing where you repeat.
Look up shirtless, muscular pictures of Rithik Roshan.
I was like, just shirtless, muscular pictures? I have that already on my...
I mean, I think, like body-wise, I get what you're saying.
I think you would do it in face-wise, too.
Yeah, but acting-wise.
Well, Superman is not the one...
That's what we need now. That's our issue with Superman.
No, acting-wise, he's a good actor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good
actor.
What's his name? Rithik. Hrithik.
I had just never envisioned him as Superman.
Make sure you see his muscular photos, because he's ripped.
He'd be a good Batman, too. He's got that nose.
I want somebody more grungy for Batman. But yeah, he make Bruce.
But I see what you mean, yeah.
Bruce Wayne, obviously, might make a good Bruce Wayne.
But not a good Batman, you're right. We should have someone else be Bruce Wayne.
Who would play,
Oh, dude, he's ripped.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's absolutely... Well, depending on the time, but yeah, he is absolutely ripped.
Well, at least in the shirtless pictures I looked up,
he's been voted like the sexiest man in the world a couple times, I think.
Really?
Yeah. You haven't seen any movies of his, but he has some good ones. We'll get you to watch it soon.
I could see him as Superman. I could definitely see him as a Clark.
Who else, though, for Superman? I don't think Ranbir. Ranbir's a little too dark. Ranveer is also too, in terms of like, it's just too dark of a personality. I need somebody goody two shoes.
Yeah. So Ranveer was another one I was going to say, but I think you're right. He'd be a good Bruce.
Yeah, he'd be good. You know who'd be good is Robin, Batman, like if you were doing a Batman Robin thing. Rajkumar Rao, I think would play a good Robin.
Rajkumar what?
Rajkumar Rao.
Rao is actually the sun god in Krypton.
Oh, really?
Oh, I can see that.
No, he's a really talented actor. He could play really serious. He could play dramatic as well. I mean, comedy really, really well. And he has kind of a boyish look sometimes. I mean, the Penguin could definitely be Pankaj.
I really want an Irfan. I want an Irfan in a superhero movie, but
that's not
going to happen. That would have been fantastic.
Let's see what superhero would Irfan would have been perfect for.
Well, he would have to be like, I don't know if he'd be a superhero.
Wayne. You mean Alfred?
Oh, yeah, he could do Alfred, but I was thinking maybe he'd be a villain.
A villain? No, he could definitely.
He'd be a great villain.
He'd be a great anything. That man is
he'd be great
incredible
for sure.
But yeah, I think he'd be a good Alfred.
I could see that. I think even like a good Jor-El, which is the space daddy of Superman.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was like. He would be a good father,
I could see that
mentor.
For sure.
I think Nishant Daya. That's who I'm talking about from Ricky Tikki Tavi or whatever that movie's called.
I don't know who that is.
So he was in a movie called Rat.
Yeah, I know which movie you're talking about. I don't know the actor you're talking about though.
His name's Nishant.
What does he look like?
So he's about.
Maybe you have a picture. Maybe don't describe him.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some superhero.
Clean cut, pretty boy.
Yeah.
What would Amir Khan be?
Lex Luthor.
You think so?
I think he'd be a good. I think he needs to be a. I guess he can do anything.
Okay.
That dude. I can see him as.
I think he would definitely. Yeah, I think he would be too old.
Too old to be a superhero, but he still looks good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones that are coming out now.
He'd be a good Forrest Gump. I think he should play Forrest Gump in a movie.
It's gonna be so interesting when that does come out.
I'm excited for that.
And how maybe that'll be your first Indian film in a theater.
That'd be awesome. We'll see.
So I feel like maybe Rithik could be Captain America.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, the different. The problem
One of those
is,
goody two-shoe characters.
Yeah.
The ones that are my least favorites.
And those are usually my favorite.
I just see him.
I relate. I have a thing. Like, I always have like two favorite superheroes. There's like the coolest one, and then there's the ones I relate with. And usually the ones I relate with are the goody two shoes.
Who do you think would play Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's true. There's nobody else should really touch Deadpool. He is Deadpool. But if an Indian actor did,
I don't know. I don't know if I could.
You don't know their personalities well enough, I feel.
Yeah, to see who could fill that.
Reindeer would be my first thought.
Was he the one that played in Ramleela?
Yes.
Ramleela.
I can see that.
But his personality is just...
He seemed goofy in that. He did some goofy things. He was a little goofy.
And stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't know if... I need somebody with like a quick wit, and I know a lot of people say Shah Rukh Khan, but I don't think he fits that role well. But like somebody with cajole, even though she's a girl, has a quick wit. Maybe she would be Catwoman.
Well, there's Lady Pool. There's
What?
Lady Pool. Lady Pool as the female.
Lady Pool?
Lady Pool.
It's like a pool just for ladies.
Yep. It's it's
Lady Pool.
Yep. There we go. Her name was Wanda Wilson. She was the female counterpart of Deadpool.
Yeah. Wanda Wilson.
Wanda's my aunt's name on my mom's side. My mom's sister. She's Hispanic.
Who do you think would play the Joker?
Irfan. Just
Of
make
course.
Irfan all
Of course, Irfan could play.
No, Nawaz could do it.
That's
And you knew that was a trick. That was a trick question.
that was a lob. That was an easy lob.
You knew that was Nawaz. He played the Joker. He played a psycho guy, and Nawaz could do it.
Yeah, Nawaz could definitely do it. Obviously, I think Irfan would make a really interesting Joker.
He would. I would see that kind
his
of
portraying would go crazy. If it was a girl, I would like Radhika Apte to play.
I know
the
that.
Joker.
I know who did.
She was in that film that you were just looking up. She was the main girl with the guy.
What?
I think Amir could be Banner.
Huh?
I think Amir could be Banner.
I can see that. In
Who's
my
Banner?
mind, Bruce Banner, the Hulk.
Oh.
This big green when he gets mad.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I could see that. And I keep going straight to DC characters because that's kind of, I'm more of a DC fan. But Marvel, yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Marvel too.
Hulk would be a good one for Amir Khan. I mean,
I could see that. He'd
He'd
be
play-
great. Bruce Banner.
He plays a nerd well.
Who'd be Peter Parker? I need a kid.
Oh.
Okay, not Peter Parker. How about Spider-Man?
Well, to get somebody of like Tom Holland's look and age, it's difficult.
It's hard. Yeah. And Tom Holland is 25
I know. He looks
And
like
he's
a baby.
5'6.5".
And he's dating Zendaya.
I could
Who's
never
a-
be Spider-Man either.
I'm sorry, no. You could be Squirrel Girl, or you could be Robin.
Squirrel
I think-
Girl.
I think he's too old now, but the guy was talking about Rajkumar Rao when he was younger
Oh.
could have played him.
Yes.
So we need a
but-
time machine, and
Yeah.
so
See, he has a really sweet
Yeah.
baby face.
That's what you
It's
need.
just- yeah.
Yeah, when he was younger, he definitely could have played it.
And he just has like a kind of like
He still has a baby face, but it's...
But he's just got kind of like an innocence about him.
see you need
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Could he do that now? Then he could be an older Peter Parker.
I mean, he can look young. I mean, he still looks young. So I would probably put him as that.
What about Wonder Woman?
I mean,
Wonder Woman.
first thing would be Priyanka, I guess, but
Oh yeah.
She kind of similar to Gal Gadot, in my opinion.
Yeah, she could do it for sure.
There's a lot that could be Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's, I feel like, an underwritten... I mean, yeah, I haven't read the comics, but like in all the stuff I've seen, she's very underwritten to me.
No, definitely. It's another like Superman. They don't know what to do with her in movies and stuff.
So she's not she's never been that interesting to me. Okay, cool. Female Superman. Cool.
But it can be. She's in the comics. She's more interesting, and they can make it because she's like the superhero that has no problem killing. Because really? she's a soldier, so she's like, this is just part of the job kind of thing. We're protecting people. Superman makes a big deal about it. Batman's like, I just will like it, so I don't want to kill people.
The Priyanka, Deepika could all play her, but I think Priyanka would probably be Wonder Woman. Which you know who Priyanka is, right?
I think so. That name sounds familiar.
Priyanka Chopra. She's married to Nick Jonas.
Oh, yeah. I hate that that's why I know her, but I don't think I've seen any Indian movie with her. That's not true. She showed up dancing in
Ram Leela.
Yeah. I was like, I think that is.
No, she's a massive...
Yeah.
One of the biggest, if not the biggest actress in Bollywood. You didn't watch White Tiger, did you?
No,
didn't. Okay, I didn't think so. She has some good ones. Seven Kun Maaf, which is by Vishal Bhardwaj.
Okay.
That's a good film. She's in that one.
I probably should watch something. It's Barfi?
No, never mind. I don't want to. There's another one. You'd like Barfi a lot, I feel. Barfi is Priyanka plays a little girl with autism.
Okay.
I think it's autism. And then Ranbir, who I don't think you've seen as well. He's in it as well. It's a good one. Did you ever see that?
No.
You'd like Barfi. You'd like Barfi a lot. There's a little Charlie Chaplin thing going on there.
Oh, I like Charlie Chaplin.
He plays a deaf mute man.
Chuck Chaplin is what I call him. After my grandpa.
Of course.
R2D2. Not the Hispanic one.
Oh, okay.
The dead one.
Anyways.
Oh my God.
My grandpa's dead, everyone. I just want you guys to know that. I had to bury him. I buried him.
My grandpa's
I buried him. He was in an urn.
Do
you know those are heavy? I picked up the urn with all his ashes, because they also had to burn the wheelchair, and it was just heavy.
You burned the wheelchair?
Yeah, he was he was cremated with a wheelchair. Not that he wasn't cremated with a wheelchair. That's the stupidest thing.
It's metal, Zach.
Oh, you don't think you could burn metal?
You light it really high.
That doesn't make any sense.
This is terrible.
That's why it was so heavy, because there was metal in it.
He was in there for so long, they couldn't get him out.
He wanted to become Wolverine in the next life.
Yep, that's what it was.
Don't talk ill of the dead.
Okay, but it's the urn that's heavy, though. It's not the ashes.
I think it's the ashes.
He's a fat guy, man.
No,
he wasn't.
Not at his time he lost a bunch of weight because he was dying. That's what happens.
This is terrible.
Grandma, I hope you don't watch this.
She definitely is not watching this.
That's true.
Let us know if you've had a
death of the family recently that we can make fun of. That's how we deal with trauma. We just make jokes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't deal with trauma.
You do by making jokes.
No, I just don't do it.
You just don't do trauma.
I just don't do trauma.
Okay. So you just ignore it.
Yeah. It'll go away.
Yeah. No, that's for real.
That's not true.
For real.
You hold it in.
You press it down until it becomes a diamond from all the pressure. Pressure like the devil thing. You watching Encanto?
How many times?
The kids like it?
I love it. Clark will say, again? I said, yeah, again.
Who do you relate to most?
Louisa.
Is that the big one?
That's the big one. And that song made me cry because I was like, I feel that. I got pressure that I put upon myself.
I cried so much in that movie. Like, it started and I was like, oh,
that movie's so great. It was so much. The songs were fantastic. I'm alone in my car playing the soundtrack. I don't have my kids. On my way to work. I love that. And then every moment. Let's talk about. That's what we should do. Review. We're parents. We should review kids movies because that's what we watch. I watch that more than any other movie. And then my kids leave, and I'm still watching the movie.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, we should do that.
Parents review kid movies.
Parents review kids movies that you've seen thousands of times.
I can review Toy Story 1 through 4 and all of the shorts really, really well.
Yeah, that was. What's my youngest's name again?
Emmett.
Emmett, thank you. That was his obsession forever. And 1 and 4 and the shorts were all one big movie. We just watched them all in one sitting. But now it's moved on to what is he? Spider-Man. He watched Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
And then Encanto. He loves Encanto, because I'm Hispanic. And then there was a new monster, or what is it called? The Hotel Transylvania. They like all the Hotel Transylvania.
Center yourself.
Anyone loves anything Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And
I have a funny story about that, but go ahead.
And Toy Story.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Those are like his things. Those like.
Funny story about Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Clark hates Mickey Mouse. like Mickey Mouse stole his girlfriend or something. Like he'll see Mickey Mouse and he's like, that talking mouse. I hate that talking mouse. And like we have puzzles. We have like Mickey Mouse puzzles, and we were playing with him, and he looked. He's like, Daddy, and he sees Mickey Mouse. I said, Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know that was there. I would have hit it. And he grabs the puzzle, like smashes it. And then one time we were walking around. Oh, hey, what happened? One time we were walking around the neighborhood, and someone had like a Mickey Mouse like statue, and he said, "What are you looking at, Mick? What you looking at, Mick?" He's like, he hates Mickey Mouse, and he loved growing up. I mean, when he was little, like 2, like Leland's age, he was watching, whatever the Mickey Mouse House Club or whatever.
House, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And then the Speed Racer one where they're driving around.
Mixed up adventure.
He loved that, but now he's like, I don't know what Mickey Mouse did, but he hates Mickey Mouse.
Oh my gosh.
Like he wants to murder Mickey Mouse.
Leland loves the Minnie Mouse more.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Minnie, and from Toy Story, Jessie is his favorite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He likes them all.
Of course.
Today he watched the Lightyear trailer for the first time, but he watched it like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
He was like, again.
And he was just like.
So maybe when that comes out, that'll be his first.
You have to go. Oh, that'd be cool. Because you haven't done that yet.
No.
Movie theater.
With a kid? No. Have you?
I mean, we took him.
Not with Emmett, no.
We took him when he was like a newborn. Because all they do is sleep.
They sleep.
And if he wakes up, we just nurse him and it's fine.
Yeah.
There's literally no issue there. But then the pandemic happened, and so we don't do anything.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
More like a pandemic.
Because it was planned. Well, you don't do conspiracies. That's what this channel is. It's a conspiracy channel.
Yo.
Center yourself.
Stop talking to me.
The third wheel conspiracy.
The third wheel conspiracies. So the moon landing
was fake.
No, they just didn't bring the camera. They happened. They didn't bring the cameras. They forgot the cameras.
So they refilmed it when
they refilmed it. It was Stanley Kubrick. That's actually Jesse's theory.
Jesse.
My brother.
Oh.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse Keesler's Jesse. He's
the same Jesse who eats living sand dollars out of the ocean.
Did he do that? I mean, first of all, I'm not surprised. I just don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. But that doesn't sound like Clark will always.
He would dive down and he'd get a handful of them and he'd just like eat them.
He's an idiot. I love him.
He is an
idiot. I love that kid. I love him.
Has he gotten any smarter?
Oh, he's the smartest of us all.
He's so smart.
It's the common sense thing. He's the only one of us has a degree. He finished school. Besides my parents. My parents finally finished school, but I think he got his degree before them. He has a bachelor's.
And your dad's a butt nurse.
He did that for a bit.
He got his butt degree.
That was his hobby. That wasn't his profession.
What does he get his degree in?
Which one, my dad or Jesse?
Jesse.
Business. You know, the boring thing.
Business.
But a minor in psychology.
Business.
A minor in psychology?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's he doing with that degree?
He's going to be a bartender at my bar, Shrinks with Drinks.
Shrinks or drinks?
What is this concept?
Shrinks with Drinks is it's a bar where the bartenders are your psychiatrist. And so you can talk to them about your issues like you would, a normal bartender, but they can help you. And they give you drinks as the medicine. And when I say psychiatrist, it's psychiatrist.
They're psychiatrists.
They're not licensed.
They're not licensed, but they will help you.
Got it.
Yeah, so you can talk about your issues.
What was Selena? Was that her name?
Oh, the bartender that we were always talking
Bartender at
Our bartender?
She was dating Chip for a little bit, and Chip was the owner.
No, she dated him for a while.
We didn't like Chip.
And then she
No,
moved to
and Chip
San
was rude to
Francisco.
us. Oh, wow.
She was great.
He opened up Rue Pub, too.
Yeah.
Is the Angry Elephant still there?
Yep. I haven't been in forever, but it's still there.
Wow.
But that was her name, right?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
Serena.
I think it was something like that. But she was great. Loved her as a bartender.
Sabrina. Yeah, she was really. She had shots.
Sabrina.
She would give shots with us. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Ellen.
It wasn't Ellen, no.
It's definitely not Ellen.
No.
Rachel.
Okay, but that one time that this one ordered those freaking Jaeger shots for us. Oh my god.
And remind me, because the way I remember is we weren't even drinking that much. We
weren't.
I think that was one of our first shots of the night.
No, I think we had been there all of like 20 minutes.
And we both, I think we both threw up.
Yeah, because it was disgusting.
It was terrible.
It was the worst thing.
Never again. I quit drinking after that.
No.
You
no.
did?
I stopped.
What are you drinking there?
Apple juice.
Oh
That's what I tell Clark.
The most disgusting thing.
Yeah, it was gross. It was good times, though.
Yeah.
At that bar is where I told you I was going to propose.
Yes, and you brought the ring and everything.
To the bar, and I lost it.
No, you didn't.
I'm just going to make up a whole story. I lost it. Some other girl had it.
So
you had to marry. You had to marry her.
I had to marry her, and that's how I met Amber. And we're making it work.
And we've been
Twisted
married
fate.
30 years.
I never told her. I was meant for someone else. And I just ghosted the other girl. I don't
I've
know.
always wondered what happened to my would-be fiance.
That's sure. But hopefully she's waiting for me in case this doesn't work out.
Just like you waited for her. Oh, God.
Oh,
That'd make a good movie.
I'm writing it right now. Hold on. Accidental marriage. Accidental?
Who would star in it?
Accidentally in love. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
You knew it.
And an up-and-coming actress.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. And we'll call it The Accidental Proposal.
Oh.
It's a prequel.
It returns.
Yeah. And Betty White, she can't be in it.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
refuse to work with her now. After she died, no more. You're going to die? Then you're not in any of my movies.
That'll show her.
Yeah, she'll learn. But yeah, the Angry Elephant, that was a good place.
It was a good place.
I have a question. Do you have a leak in your house, or?
Go, can you hear that? That's our dog drinking water. Sam.
How big's his tongue?
Big.
I mean, he's a lab Dane, so.
Dang.
Sev, stop.
Sev, we're doing a podcast. He's looking at me like I'm an idiot.
He's like, you don't know what you are. You don't know what you're doing.
He's
So I'm
like,
gonna
this
keep
is a
drinking water.
podcast, you're recording it.
Yeah, I see that you have the camera on.
Sev.
And so you guys just keep a tripod right by your bed?
Yeah, it's already here. It's already here.
Just keep the tripod and camera? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, that's nice.
We just need to change out the memory card. It was full.
It's full. Every night. Wow.
Make sure my form's correct. It's like study tape.
You can watch the play. Okay, go back to the tape. Let me see. Oh, we did good there.
Oh, we need to work on that.
No, let's not do that again. Scratch that off the list.
That should be a movie.
We should call it.
What?
Did your bed just move?
It moves a lot.
Hey, why do you do that face? I have a question. Why do you make that face?
I hate it.
Hey, do you know what I hate? When he scratches his throat.
Oh my gosh.
And guess
We've
what?
talked about this.
Yes, but I want to bring it up again.
I have to.
Oh yeah, because it's the podcast. There's other people. They need to know.
Well, the main reason, it's relevant. My son, Clark Joseph, constantly does that. I'm like, who taught you that?
He probably has a dust allergy.
Like in
the back of his throat itches.
I was like, I left my best friend so I wouldn't have to hear this.
That's why you call him Corbin.
I do. I think he's yours. You have an explanation. Also, my manager at work, she does that too, and she's from California, so I thought it was a California thing.
It's all the weed. It's all the weed out here.
So Clark is Corbin's and Emmett is Jesse's.
Yes, none of them are mine. Actually, Clark was just Amber's. Amber made her by herself because she just looks like the Grinstead family. He just looks like all those kids.
And Emmett looks like Jesse.
Emmett looks like Jesse.
Emmett.
And acts like Jesse. Like, Emmett's so cute. I'll come home from work, and Emmett will big arms, running towards me. I kneel down, and he starts smacking me. And every time I think, okay, this is it. This is going to be the hug. But it's never the hug. Every time I'm like, okay, this is it. And it slaps. We repeat it. And I said, I like to cuddle, too. I love hugs, too. I don't just fight. I do fight with him. He's my boy. But I'm a well-rounded individual, and I need cuddles too. I need to be loved. But now he just wants to fight me.
You need to be little spooned.
Oh yeah, I want to be held sometimes.
Oh gosh.
Does Amber hold you?
She does. She's really good at that.
Good. I'm glad.
Thank you. Yeah,
tell her to hold you for me tonight.
Okay, can you stop talking?
Somebody
I appreciate
says,
that.
How did you become obsessed with Superman, and how did you convince your wife to name their child Clark?
Oh, this is good. We're taking questions. Let's do this. How much time do you have?
Maybe we'll do one of these podcasts live sometime.
Ooh, listen. My obsession with Superman started when I was 10 years old.
When he was born.
My dad was like, "Hey, there's a new show going to be on. It's about a superhero." We didn't have a lot of those back in 2000. Hey, what's his name? Sev. He's named after a Harold Potter character, right?
Harold Potter, yes.
Severus.
Yeah. Methuselah.
Severus Snake or something like that?
No, Severus Methuselah.
Severus Methuselah.
Who's she?
That's his name. His name is Severus Methuselah.
But who's he named after?
Severus.
Well, his first name is after Severus Snape.
Snake.
His middle name is after Methuselah. Like
Methuselah.
Like in the Bible.
Who's Methuselah?
Like the oldest man.
Oh, okay. Not Medusa.
And then Kona's middle name is Elizabeth.
After my mom.
Yes.
Yes.
That's sweet. I didn't know that. She always hated you. So
he also makes a lot of noise at night.
He makes noises in the middle of the night.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Is she watching?
Oh, Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah, she's watching right now.
She's right now?
Yeah, right now.
Should I open the window?
She's right there, yeah. She was born in California, so she's coming to see some family and see you guys. She's born in San Bernardino.
Oh.
San Bernardino, California.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But grew up in Portland, Oregon. Okay. And Vancouver, Washington for a bit. And then would come down. And
was your dad a GI?
No, he was running from the law, probably. He was...
Nice.
He was always in trouble. I think he was also a welder.
He was a bad boy.
He was.
Sounds like a bad boy.
Yeah, no, he was.
Hey, center yourself.
Miss Elizabeth.
Okay, so to answer the question from
it's like you're on your Akashia.
What'd you say to me?
On your Akashia.
Okay, just repeat it. That makes more sense the second time.
He is a person. What are you doing?
He's the director of Raman Raghav 2.0 and Gangs of Wasseypur.
I've seen the first movie you said.
Yes. We interviewed him. He's our host. And
I watch everything you do, so
he kept going like this. It's unbeknownst to him, because he was just leaning in and looking, but he was like off screen like this. And then he lit a joint during the interview.
Are you serious?
It's just a cigarette.
He says it's just a cigarette. But I don't know
what did it smell. What did it smell like?
I'll tell you.
He couldn't smell it.
But
then it was
there was like tons of Indian news organizations wrote articles about it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're famous, dude, in India. We knew that already, though.
No, they just like to get controversy on Anurag.
Anyways, so I was 10 years old. Picture this. I was 10. And my dad said, "Hey, boys, come downstairs. There's a new show I want to show you." This was 2001, so there wasn't a lot of superhero stuff. The only superhero movie we really had was like X-Men, right? Okay, so it was Superman. It was Smallville. It was a show called Smallville. It was about the youth of Superman.
Youths.
I knew about Superman. I saw the Christopher Reeve one, and I was like, okay, cool. He's a strong superhero. I wasn't impressed. But then I saw
Smallville. Impressed.
But then, because then I saw this awkward, dorky kid in flannel,
and he saw himself,
who wanted to help people and was raised to love people, and I was like, that's me. And you're telling me this guy would be Superman? And so then, for the longest time, I thought I was going to grow up to be Superman.
This is why representation matters, people.
So you
saw himself on screen.
I was like, that white guy looks a lot like me.
So then,
and there wasn't a lot of that where I was growing up, seeing white guys on screen. So I was
yeah.
This is different.
There's a severe lack of that, for sure.
This is different for me. No, Indiana Jones is my hero before that.
So what was your sexual awakening?
So then how did you convince Amber?
Oh yeah, that question. Which is interesting. It wasn't much convincing. All I said as a joke, I said, "Hey, we should name our kid if we ever have a kid. We should name him." Or she might have been pregnant. I can't remember. But we should name him. We should name him Clark Joseph, after Superman, because in the comics his name was Clark Joseph Kent, and he would have the same initials as Clark Joseph Kent, because we're Keeslich with the K. And she said, "I actually like that idea." And I said, "No takebacks." And then,
he was born.
But then the closer he was getting to born, I kept saying, "Are you sure? Like, this is weird. I'm naming him after a comic book character. I know how ridiculous this is." She said, "No, I like it." And I said, "Okay." And now I can't hear the name Clark without thinking of my son. So I like it.
Steph always wanted to name one of her kids Heathcliff, and she says, "I stole that from her, that we can't name our kid anymore because everybody thinks it would be after Heath Ledger."
Yeah, it would. Yeah, right when you say that, I would think, oh, there's a Heath Ledger.
Yeah, and everyone would think that. And of course, everyone would call him Heath. And so everyone would be like, "Oh, because Corbin's so in love with Heath Ledger." And he'd be like, "Well,
no.
Heath Ledger is amazing.
I mean,
his name was Heathcliff.
I know.
I mean, you name him after
Heathcliff Andrew Ledger.
But that's not. Well,
that was his name.
But that wasn't that. I just like Heathcliff.
Like the bars?
It's from the book.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights.
Oh, okay. I was like, the book? The good book?
The good book. The good book.
Wuthering Heights. I feel like I was supposed to read that in school.
You heard about it, but you did not read it. Yes.
No, I didn't read it.
But you might have watched it.
Was it about Wuthering Heights?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I think I see that.
There's
Tom Hardy plays.
What's the most popular one? Is that the most popular one?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And his wife plays Catherine.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Is it about a high school?
Nope.
Okay.
It's kind of like Little People. No, Little Women.
Oh my god. It's
that's another
nothing
movie
like Little
where I was
Women.
Like, it's in the same time period.
These women aren't that small. I watched
like
it, and I was like, they're pretty average height. I don't know what they're called, Little Women. From Friends?
Yeah, she's obsessed with Friends, so you can't get that joke over on her.
I forgot that I've been doing a lot of jokes recently. Like Harold Potter, I realized I stole from Jason Bateman. He said it in an interview when he was in London. And I recently watched that interview, and I was like, hey, maybe that's where I got it from. Because I always
Just have a thought. Just have an original thought, Zach.
I don't mean to not. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm made up of different things.
You do have original thoughts all of the time.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Appreciate it. This is why you guys are good parents. You balance each other out. One yells at me and says I'm an idiot, and I don't have original thought.
Is that good parenting?
Yep. Because you have to be a well-rounded individual. You can't just have two perfect parents.
So you need both sides.
You need both sides. You need someone to abuse you physically, mentally, emotionally, and then you need someone to. Sorry, 20% on my battery. On my phone.
What are you doing?
Emotionally supportive.
Oh yeah, and
abusive in bed.
You okay?
You get no high fives.
Steph, your arm stopped working. You okay? You just collapsed.
You get no high fives.
So yeah, let's talk about sex life.
It's wet.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways. Well, thanks guys for joining our podcast.
That's it? Are we done?
Well, we're at an hour.
Oh jeez, it's been an hour.
It's been an
Let's
hour.
give it another hour.
Time flies when you're having fun, everyone.
I think our best stuff is after an hour. So let's.
That's true.
That's true. We need to come up with an actual format.
Yeah, an actual plan.
Yeah, we just kind of ramble about things.
But we'll see. Let's write in the comments if you want us to have a plan.
You had so many things to write in the comments.
After you tell us how many times you heard your parents have
But
sex growing up.
if you put it in a paragraph, I'm not going to read it. So you better put it in individual responses, people.
Zach
You're
doesn't
talking
Put it-
difference.
If you put it in a paragraph, I will read it.
I
No,
won't.
I don't read them. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm afraid of.
I do get in trouble at work because people send me emails and I'm like, well, if it's too long, I'm not reading it.
If you leave a hate comment, I will block you and make fun of you on Twitter.
I will
That's
comment
what I do.
you. I like to read it. Sometimes there's negative comments on that. I read them, and I want to say
You read
just funny
them?
stuff. I read all the comments
Why?
because I'm a curious person.
Curiosity killed the
I
cat.
mean, I guess I'm
But-
curious, but not curious enough to like.
I want to see what people do. I see
Get my
people think.
feelings hurt.
But I don't know these people. If I knew these people, if it was like my dad saying, "This was the worst one you've ever done," why do you do that? That would hurt. But if it's like someone saying something, I was like, okay, I don't know you, and then maybe they have a actual like a good opinion. I'm like, okay, you're right. Maybe
I mean,
maybe
like, if they have a good opinion, that's cool. But I mean, like, I feel like sometimes people in comments are just mean.
I don't know. They say I'm handsome a lot, so I just keep reading those ones.
Well, let Zach know in the comments how attractive
handsome I am.
His
'Cause
self-esteem is very low. He used to eat lunch in the bathroom toilet by himself.
Not in the toilet. I don't want you guys
because
to think that I was
Corbin
inside the
wouldn't go hang out
toilet.
with his friend.
Yeah, I had the same lunch as my best friend, and he's like, I'm gonna go hang out with the cool smokers.
If I went to that school, I would never let you eat alone in the bathroom.
Thank you. Well, listen, that's not the thing. I sat by myself in the cafeteria, and then a group of girls came and sat next to me. I said, oh no. 'Cause I was a freshman who didn't talk to women. And
Those were girls.
they were women to me.
So you only talk to the girls at church?
Yeah,
Those are Christian girls.
I was a big man on campus at church. At Reagan, I was a little fish. I barely talked to those girls too. I had to be really close.
At Harvest, he was a solid 8.
You talk to me all the time.
At Johnson, he was a 4.5.
Not a fresh. I don't remember talking to you when I was a freshman. You were
talked-
too cool. I remember you were too cool for me. I thought you were so cool. Yeah, because you were my age, but you were 3 grades higher than me.
It's not correct.
You
You were
hitting
almost-
on my wife,
You're
boy?
almost graduating.
You hitting on my
I
wife?
was
She
not.
is my mom.
I was
Hitting on
not
my
almost
wife, boy?
graduating. We did
And-
all the plays together.
Yes, I know. And I just thought you were so
Hang out
cool.
with your whole family.
And my mom thought your sister
She just
was so
couldn't keep
cool.
her hands off me.
What?
My mom thought your sister was so cool.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That's what I remember.
Let
I
me
just
tell
remember.
you, her sister is not cool.
I remember
My
going
sister?
to the
Her sister
nurse's
is
office. I'm like,
dorkier
I'm
than she is.
So, listeners, my mom was a school nurse at this private school that I was telling you, the one that told me to shave, and Steph's mom taught me Latin. And I would go visit my mom, but then sometimes I couldn't because there was an older girl there just talking about her issues.
And it was summer.
In the summer. And then sometimes there was it was a gaggle of girls.
Yeah.
A
Like
gaggle.
5
For
of them.
sure.
And so they fired my mom. Not because of that. I think it was just cutbacks. That's why we had to stop going.
But
We could only afford that place because my mom got a
day,
discount.
To this day, anytime I see your mom, she's like, "How's summer?"
How's summer?
And
you
then
said,
anytime I see Summer and I've seen your mom, she's like, "How's Miss Elizabeth?" Like, you guys,
I loved your mom. That's what I loved. Your mom said something last time I talked to her that I forgot, but it sounded like me because I don't remember that class. But she said that I don't know, she taught English too? I don't know. She did
taught,
something.
Everything.
But she said I would send her papers and I wouldn't do a rough draft. And I said, I don't need to do a rough draft. I'll just do the originals.
Well, when I met her mom for the first time, when we were in school at Harvest, she was teaching.
Was she still teaching?
She was teaching there. Yes. We weren't
I
supposed
left
to
in
ride
sixth grade.
You weren't supposed to ride the elevators. Students weren't during school. I could ride the elevator because I went to the same church of that school, and so I rode the elevators all the time. And so I went into the elevator, and she walked in, and I think she said, "You students aren't supposed to ride the elevator."
I think she said, "Are you supposed to be on the?"
What did you say to her? What did you say?
I don't know, yeah. Some snarky ass comment.
Yeah, that's it. That's a great snarky ass comment.
And now,
yeah,
she's his mother-in-law.
Just who she would have picked.
I don't think so.
She loves me.
That's
does.
good. I'm glad. Do you love her?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. You have a good mother-in-law?
Yes.
That's good.
I think so.
Good.
That compared to some other mother-in-laws that I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's some bad ones out there.
That's what I've heard. I'm glad that that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I have 2, and they're great.
Oh, there you say. I have 2 bad mother-in-laws.
Nope, I have 2, and they're amazing. Which I
You
feel
gotta-
like I'm really fortunate.
Because I have a mother and a stepmother.
Oh, that means I have 2 mother-in-laws too. Because Amber has a stepmom.
Yeah.
She's cool. She's crazy, but she's cool. She's sweet. She just loves a lot, and she's always like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see everybody all the time." I'm like, no, you're not. Be a person. Not everyone's
Anyways,
happy to
well,
see them.
let us know down in the comments what we should talk about next time. And what should the podcast be named of? And how many times you've heard your parents have sex when you were getting older. If you have a dead person and how much their urn weighed.
If you have a dead person in your family.
What other questions do we ask them to say?
Like I said, if it's in a paragraph.
Oh, yeah. Let Zach know how attractive he is.
Oh, if it's
Thank
in
you.
a paragraph, Zach, screenshot it and send it to me, and I'll read it.
Okay. Or do that people do too long, don't read, and they just put a summary.
Yeah, let us know down below.